Hello, this is Capcom versus SNK Pro on Dreamcast. I'm going to play some arcade mode. First, I'm going to do something pretty silly. I'm doing it anyway, and that is changing the difficulty. I've been playing on difficulty 4 of 8. The default is difficulty 2. I'm going to raise it to 6, I think. Because 4's been pretty easy. The boss fights aren't necessarily easy. They're not super hard. I don't really want the boss fights to get harder, but the regular battles are mostly way too easy. So, I guess I'll see how this goes. This could be a disaster. This could be the tipping point where all of a sudden I can't win. Alright, well, here goes. Difficulty 6. I have a team building script. It tells me what to do. I obey it because I can't make decisions for myself. And it told me to make a team of Yuri and Rugal. I'm going to press... Let's see, let's do X and square to get a combination color here. X and square for Yuri. X and square for Rugal. What's going on with his eye there? Not the blacked out one, but the other one. Looks weird. Oh, well, no. So I finally figured out something after last week's episode of this game. I finally figured out the thing that had been bothering me for so long, which is how does it determine which boss you face? It had been suggested to me in terms that sounded like they knew what they were talking about, that the boss you face was determined by the first character on your team. So for instance, Yuri is the first character on my team, and since she is SNK, the theory was that you would face the opposing team's boss, which in this case could be the Capcom bosses, Dictator and Boxer, or whatever their names in this localized Japanese version are. That was proving not to be the case more often than not of late, and I was getting annoyed that I couldn't tell who I was going to face as the boss. So I would much rather, it doesn't matter, I guess, but I would much rather face the SNK boss. I didn't know what I was doing. He's just more fun to fight. He's much cooler. His ending's cooler. Anyway. And I just wanted to know why I was facing who I was facing. Well, so I looked back at all my videos that I could access easily in my archive and had clear titles and everything as far as who was in them and what boss I faced, who I played and what boss I faced, who I played as. And I'm just doing roll and throw, aren't I? I don't remember anything about Rugal. Did I played EX Rugal, maybe. How the heck do I do that genocide cutter? Oh no. Forward and then another forward punch thing. Back punch. Forward. They're all half circles, so probably the uppercut kick. Yeah, uppercut. Hey. Oh my gosh. Gosh, my gosh. How did I miss that kick? Heck. Oh, that was a bad fireball. Well, not doing great as minty green Rugal here. Oh, I did raise the difficulty, didn't I? That was more difficult. So I wanted beefier fights on the way to the boss, and looks like that has worked so far. That was, I guess, about right for, I suppose, where I wanted it to be. I thought I was just getting my buns worked over, but I guess I just gotta get ready for tougher fights, of course. Don't really like this Yuri color. Oh no, I'm too used to the EX versions of these characters. Jeez. Zog! Oh, what's she doing with that hop? You can just stop that hopping around anytime you want. Oh, how did that miss? Oh no. Well, yeah, six is definitely harder. This was probably a little too hard. I should have just raised it to 5, I suppose. I can't. When I played Rugal or EX Rugal before, I was doing all kinds of cool stuff, and it felt cool. And now, right now, I feel very stodgy with him. Ooh, that's a mean-looking kick. Alright, buzz off, mature. I gotta fight Vice. Sorry to disappoint you. Ooh. Oh, shoot. She got me that time. Owie. She did it again. Ah. Dunked me. Oh shoot, there's still one left. There's too many. I'm not doing very well here. I'm not handling this well. Oh. Yeah. Wow. Well. Jeez. That green lightning, man. I don't really like this difficulty 6. It's too difficult? Maybe? What a crazy notion. It's not relaxing. I kind of like chilling out on the previous difficulty. I'll really be crying if I get to the boss, I suppose. What the... I keep forgetting she's got a lame fireball. Keep thinking it's EX Yuri. And also, does she have a... What was that? Oh, that's that. So, yeah, EX Yuri I like a lot more. Maybe I should switch my script to only give me EX Yuri. Ooh. Too quick on the draw for you, King. Yari. She's her own biggest fan. Ow! punk. Hey. Don't rattle the floorboards. Alright, don't get excited. Oh man. Oh. He's going poorly. Oh, there it is. Shoot. So the rush forward grab is quarter circle back punch. Right. Don't really like that portrait. It's a little rough, lumpy, blurry compared to Shinkaro's other stuff. Maybe he had to hurry on that one. But you know, it's the evil boss character. They aren't as beloved as the heroes.
Round one, fight.
Oh, I was winning air-to-airs for a while, and then Ken's uppercut came along. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's not working. Oh boy, that went badly. Yeah, it's definitely a lot more in your face on difficulty 6. Boom. The insta dunk. Ooh. Ken got beat up. Oh, he didn't want that to happen again. Hey. Oh man. It was almost a parry or something. I probably could have genocide cuttered that. I'm just gonna do that. I just want to use my rush forward grab and you keep fireballing me. What a jerk. Stupid Ryu. Who could have foreseen that he would keep throwing fireballs? I wonder if even Dan would fireball me out of that. You wouldn't fireball a guy out of that, would you, Dan? Densetsu something something. Densetsu like battle. Oh, this is Yuri, not Rugal. Hey! You know, she's got a rush forward grab too, and I was trying it last time. Okay, so Yuri and Rugal are basically the same character. Oh. I mean, Rugal, you know, he'd do that if he wanted. Ah! Ew. Slappo. That didn't go great. Yeah, Yuri. I don't know, Just say her name and she appears. Evil Yuri. So what happened? Oh, dunked upon. Good call. Gotta let that heat out. Hey, she ducked. Hey, stop that. There you go. Shoo. Oh man. He just made up his own sport. He just dunks into walls. Jeez, he was trying to jump out of the way and nope. Rio ain't playing. Jeez, man. Oh, cool. Come on. It's gonna chip away all your health, man. Yeah, charge up. Almost got it. Yeah, good job. Start charging. I don't know if that's a great winning strategy there, Rio. Oh, he charged fast, though. Oh, he wasn't chipping him for a second. Oh, man. I haven't heard that alarm in a while. You jump. 009 on the clock. So that's difficulty 6 AI strategy, I guess. Yo. What a goofball. Well, here we go. This is gonna be probably not fun. I've been getting a little better at this fight, but that was on difficulty 4. And with different characters, of course, because I always play random characters. Oh, so I was going to talk about what the actual determination of which boss you face, what it is. It's basically just based on team composition, not just the first character. Oh, well, you got the roll and throw beat on difficulty 6. Wow. Looks like I'm gonna have to be doing this again. Yeah. Wow, man. Roll and throw, this broken. Now I'm in trouble. Now I got nothing. Okay. So difficulty 6 boxer still can't beat a fireball. That's fine. He's not supposed to. That's supposed to be boxer for you. Oh, my cat was mad. Now, does Vega here have the solution for the roll and throw? Ugh. Oh boy. That did a lot of damage. What the? Did I hit taunt? Keep whiffing. Wow. Every time I roll, he does his jump and stupid back and forth in the air thing. Oh, this is gonna suck. I knew this would happen. Just gonna do X. Wait, which one's X? Maybe this one. This is on my PS4 stick through a Brooks Super Converter. Actually, I should probably do Rugal first, because I don't know, I just got smoked as Yuri against Boxer.
Round 1, fight.
Jeez. Yeah. Hey. I did better that time. It's kind of needless since, unless I whiff really bad, I like this Rugal color. Yeah, same difference. You know, maybe I should just roll and then instantly genocide cutter. Oh, how did that not work? Ah, come on. I guess I gotta be a little smarter about it, huh? I think the last time I played Rugal, I did do a lot of heavy kicks into his face. Square. Well, let's try this. So yeah, which boss you face is just the overall company composition of your team. So Yuri is 1 ratio point, Rugal is 3. They're both SNK, so that's 4 SNK ratios on my team, no Capcom ratios. So I'm going to face, this team will face the Capcom bosses every time because you face the opposing company. Of course he gets me this time. Oh, he gets me bad. Oh. Well. Not prepared. So that was, yeah, that didn't work very well, huh?
Final round, fight.
I rolled. Oh my gosh. That went well. Yeah, this sucks. I don't know, maybe I'll just have to just ugh. So basically to fight Geese and not friggin' Dictator, I would just have to, see, I'm gonna hit triangle. Just have to fight with more Capcom characters. The reason that I tend to face Dictator more just based on random selection is because I've eliminated a bunch of the Capcom characters from my pick list, so it tends to pick more SNK-oriented teams, which an SNK-oriented teams will face, usually to face... I didn't even switch that time, did I? Why are these orange tights? What the... I tend to face Dictator, so that's what I'm stuck with unless I decide not to play as many SNK characters. Oh, I shouldn't have stood up. Why? Why did that come out? Is that a dash forward? Be quiet. That's the forward, then half circle forward. Except I'm whiffing it. I'm not sure what that is. The input, I mean. It just comes out accidentally sometimes. Get him, Kitty. I need the help. Please, Kitty, kill. Maul him. Okay, who needs Genocide Cutter? Oh, this kick rules as an anti-air. Oh, come on. Sheesh. That kick is disgusting. I love it. Well, so the roll and throw is a lot harder on these bosses at difficulty 6, which I guess is fair. I mean, it felt a little cheap just to roll and throw the bosses to death. I would still do it if I could. God, that kick though, that heavy kick. I mean, I was trying to spam Genocide Cutter because at first he was just doing his stupid flying a loop-de-loop every time I did the Genocide Cutter. And I should have... No, every time I did a roll. And I should have done Genocide Cutter when he was doing that, but then I started trying to bait him into doing it, and he wouldn't, and he's in my head. I hate Dictator, he's such a garbage character. Just a horrible design. I mean, he comes from a time when they didn't know what they were doing, and they just, you know, they just trying to do stuff, just trying to make stuff work. And they kept him, and they decided that every weird thing they did back then had to be forever enshrined and inflicted upon us. So yeah, so if you have, like, I only have one team, looking back at my videos of this game, I only have one team I noticed that faced both bosses on separate runs, and that was a team where it was a 3-1 ratio, right? Like three ratio points on the team were in one company and 3 were the other. So it was like 3 SNK, and 1 Capcom ratio on the team. So that meant there was my theory goes that it meant there was a 75% chance they would face the one boss opposite of the company opposite the 3 ratio points, and a 25% chance they would face the boss of the company opposite the 1 ratio point. And they ended up facing one and then the other on separate runs. So that kind of fit. Surprising. That was the only, but I played a bunch of ratio 3-1 teams, and that was the only one that did face the ratio 1 opposite boss once. All the others have always faced the opposite of the ratio, the 3 ratio points, which is a little surprising. A little statistically unlikely, but I guess we'll see what happens. But I think that's how it goes. So if your team is all Capcom or all SNK, you'll definitely face the opposite boss, and the EX doesn't matter at all. EX characters just treated as the same thing as non-EX. So that's how that works, as far as I can tell. And it worked here. I had an all SNK team, and of course I had to fight the Capcom bosses. It would have been better for me if it was based on the first character in the team, because that would have let me manipulate it to be more facing geese, but by just shuffling the team around. But that doesn't actually do anything, it turns out. So I just have to fight Dictator a lot. Well, I'll just have to keep getting better at it. What else? I guess that's about it. So, difficulty 6. I don't know. In retrospect, difficulty 4 was kind of more fun. I mean, it's kind of lame when you're just facing like a Blanca who just stands there and you just trash him in the corner. Admittedly, that gets a little old. A little. Not totally. I guess we'll see if, when I face Blanca, if he, on difficulty 6, if he actually has some brains. That could be scary, though. Yeah, those fights were a little more nerve-wracking. I didn't get beat until I got to Dictator, did I? There were a couple fights where I thought I was gonna be in big trouble because Yuri got crushed quick or something. And then I staged amazing comebacks with Rugal. Just dunking people into the wall, and so forth. Or something like that, I don't know. I think that's what happened. Rugal's cool. I definitely like EX Yuri more than Yuri. Hang on, let's do, let me look at training mode on those two here. Too bad you can't pick both the character and their EX on a team for training, I don't think. Oh, you can't pick any team, right? Well.
Final round, fight.
So normal Yuri, she's got the fireball, she's got the uppercut, she's got the... I wonder what that is. not in air. Yo upper? I don't know what that other uppercut thing is. It's not close. What could it be? I don't know. Super, like a super version of, oh, it's just with heavy punch. Well, I still don't know. So then forward A, half circle back kick. Oh yeah, the dunk. I don't like this move. It's kind of hard to see where it's gonna hit. Also, I don't really like arcing moves like this. I just have a hard time figuring that. I do like that move, although moves like this, like the AI can always just jab you in the face if it wants, it seems like, you know. So it always feels like kind of a just luck of the draw if it's gonna get there. But that did make her a lot like Rugal, kind of, so that was cool, I guess. Anyway, I kept thinking she was EX Yuri, so let's try EX Yuri here. And EX Kyo? Wait, is there no EX Kyo? Oh, I guess I can't pick EX. Right. AI doesn't use EX characters. This is Akuma's hidden stage, which I've not seen in a long time because I don't get enough groove points. I think because I don't use supers. Oh man, Yuri's blends in. So this one, she has a full screen fireball, which is awesome. I mean, that fireball the regular Yuri has blows. Oh, but she doesn't have an uppercut. But that's a uppercut motion on kick is this. Now I can't, what the? Yeah, that is a dash. I don't like that. I think Yuri has that in KOF 2000 that way. These little splashes. Well, that's not even an uppercut. It's just half circle, quarter circle forward. This is a fireball motion. Look at that. That is awesome. I mean, I guess they both have stuff. I would miss the slap move. Alright. What? Forward, back, forward punch. Not a super. Oh, she does have the slap move. I actually kind of like forward, back, forward punch, but it is kind of hard to do in the heat of the moment sometimes. Well, I'll keep both Yuris in. This one doesn't have the uppercut. That fireball is so cool looking though. And, I mean, full screen, just like a spear of fire. I was going to say the AI likes this move, but that's not true at all. I think I'm thinking of KOF 2000. This music is kind of crazy. suppose she could have different supers as well, but I don't do those, so I don't know. Maybe someday I'll... No, they're too flashy. That's what I meant to do. I can't think fast enough. Alright, well, that's that. So that was me figuring out the difference between Yuri and EX Yuri. They're both okay. I could keep them both. I do love that full screen fireball on EX Yuri, though. And I kept thinking of that jumping diagonal down fireball, which is basically her kick fireball for EX Yuri. Because regular Yuri's fireball just blows. Well, it's probably better than it looks. It looks like it has no range. It probably has, like, you know, a little range, effectively. Alright, well, I play this game every Monday night. I cranked it up from difficulty 4 to 6 this week. Definitely got harder. I guess it worked out, though. Don't like fighting harder Dictator, but it wasn't crushingly bad thanks to Rugal's crazy heavy kick, I guess. Well, I made it. So I guess I'll try it again with a different team next week. How about that? Maybe someday I'll get to fight Geese again, but to do that, now I know my script has to give me a ratio preponderant SNK team. That didn't quite make sense, but you know what I mean. Or Capcom team, sorry. So, yeah, and it hasn't done that in a long time. It's supposedly random, except that it has fewer Capcom characters to pick from. Maybe I should try harder to eliminate some SNK characters, but I don't really want to. There aren't any more that I want to cut, I don't think. Let me look. I don't think I cut any, have I? Might have cut Vice, I don't remember. Oh, I'm sure I cut Nakaruru. She may also have the bug where the AI can't see her fireballs like Morrigan. I think she had something like that. I might have cut Orochi Iori because I just don't like him. I don't like how he's drawn. I don't really like much about him. Like, that drawing is just so wrong, and the proportion of the body is just all wrong. I do like how fast he is. I mean, I guess he's fun to play, kind of. Yeah, anyway, the only one I can think for sure I cut is Nakaruru, maybe Vice. I don't know. I should get a Capcom team at some point, and then I can fight Geese again. I mean, it's not that big a difference in terms of what Capcom to SNK characters I'm using. It shouldn't be that rare to get a Capcom team. Alright, well, that's it for another week for this game. I will be playing it again next Monday. I play another Versus Series game by Capcom. I play Capcom versus Marvel versus Capcom 2, the widescreen delisted PS3 version. I play that on Thursdays, so in 3 days I'll have an episode of that again, and other fighting games other days of the week. Tomorrow, for instance, it will be Jackie Bryant Now, normally on Tuesdays, I'm playing Jackie Bryant in Quest Mode of Virtua Fighter 4 Evolution on PS4, but playing his Quest Mode, which I have beat, but you know, you can just play it. There's all kinds of different AIs to mess with. It's fun. But I'm also trying to play through Vanessa Lewis's Quest Mode in that game. I'm doing that on Wednesdays and Sundays. And I've been having trouble as I get to towards the latter part of her quest mode. It's now forcing me into just using a certain boring strategy, and that's because everything else the AI just crushes. And I'm getting a little tired of that. I've started to think about the glory days of Vanessa in Virtua Fighter 4 Vanilla, where she had Muay Thai before they took it away and gave it to Brad in Virtua Fighter 4 Evolution. Brad isn't in Vanilla, and also I've been getting crushed by Brads. Like they just, it's complicated. Anyway, so it occurred to me that maybe I would just try an episode with her next time, which would be Wednesday, going back to Virtua Fighter 4 Vanilla, which I stopped playing her there in the proto quest mode called Kumite because she had a move that was broken. The AI could not stop this move, which was her flying spin kick, which you, I think, do there as you do in Evo with just hitting guard plus kick. But they could not avoid it. In Evo, that was changed. They can just crouch under it, which completely changes the problem, but or fixes the problem, I suppose. But in 4, they could not crouch under it, so they would just get pushed back, pushed off the stage, hit, whatever. And it was just horrible because I could not resist abusing it, so I stopped playing her there. But it occurs to me that I can just not have that button mapped, because I don't use guard by itself anyway, so I can just not map a guard plus kick button. That'll prevent me from using probably her jumping axe kick, which is down back guard plus kick, which is a cool move. I'm not sure it's in vanilla. If it is, I wouldn't be able to use it, but I would be able to play her because I would effectively not have that horrible flying kick move, which I would not be able to stop thinking about abusing. So maybe I'll try that on Wednesday, and that got me thinking, well, I kind of want to see how Jackie is, because I didn't really try him a whole lot in vanilla. So I think tomorrow's Jackie episode, I will just go into vanilla with Jackie. So VF4 vanilla tomorrow with Jackie is, I think, the plan, the changing plan instead of Evo. So that should be fun. I'm not really sure. My vague impression when I went through and played all the characters in all the VF games I had was that Jackie was a little more stiff in vanilla than he is in Evo. I just liked how he moved and functioned more in Evo, but now that I kind of understand Virtua Fighter 4 Jackie, at least Virtua Fighter 4 Evo Jackie a little more, maybe I'll get a different take on him in vanilla. So anyway, that I'm curious to see how that will turn out. So that's coming up tomorrow. Thanks for watching this Capcom vs SNK Pro session. Me trying a harder difficulty. It went all right. That was about as good as I could hope for in terms of me not getting completely mad and sad and frustrated, but also feeling a little more challenged, and I couldn't spam roll and throw on the boss, so I guess it was a little more legit. But I think that's how I beat Dictator last time, just heavy kicking him in the face with, I think it was EX Rugal when I was playing Rugal before. Anyhow, Rugal's heavy kick is the answer, so there. Even on difficulty 6. That's it for now. Thank you for watching. Good night.